Well, I just started streaming
Alrighty.
on YouTube, that is. See if I can't find a victim to blow up. How many shots can you usually get with chain? It's limited, right? Well, cruising down here to Black River, looking for a victim.
Yeah, it is all foggy and rainy over here by Pedro K.
Oh, is it getting good lightning?
No, no good lightning yet, but heavy fog and rain.
Man, the one day over there by Port Royal, the lightning storm was just amazing. Looks awesome because you can actually see the bolts of lightning hitting off
Yeah,
in the
and
distance.
see what they should, see the shadow behind them.
Yep.
Ah, two pickles.
They'll have something on them. That's where I get my best drops at is trade cutters, trade brigs, and them pickles.
That'd be nice.
Well, that's where I was getting my best loot from, but now for some reason I've been getting purples and oranges and stuff off of the bigger shit I've been killing. I was only getting whites there forever. It's like, man, what the hell? I have yet to catch a fucking bottle.
Last time I said that, I ended up picking three of them up from Sandy to KPR.
It's been 2 weeks. I have not caught a bottle yet.
Well, if I get one soon, I'll let you have it.
It wouldn't be the same as finding it myself. I'd feel special then. Well, I'm going to teleport back to KPR and get in my Christian. I have yet to kill anything with that. Just got
Go
it.
get some good killing.
I got to level it up. I just got that damn thing about an hour ago. About an hour and a half ago, I guess.
Yeah, just hull repairs, rig repairs, and rum.
Rum?
Oh yeah, rum. Like 4, but not that many.
I will be right back.
All right.
All right, I'm back. I'm back.
Welcome back.
Took the doggies outside so they could bark at the other doggies outside. You know how doggies are.
They all have to talk. Talk out loud so people can hear them, not communicate like animals can without making a sound.
Yeah. Well, our Dutch hounds like to box or bark at the wind, so
I had growing up, I had a long hair, well, full size, but long hair red dachshund, and I mean he was awesome.
we got a female long hair red dachshund and a short hair red dachshund.
I mean he was very very affectionate, always wanted to be with somebody, and I'm like, he's a great dog.
Oh yeah, they got great temperaments. They're either high strung or lovers, like what you just said. And my female, one's the long hair. She's a lover. The other one's high strung, always on the edge, skittish.
I'd come home from working a midnight shift, and he'd be in my bed, like under the covers with his head on my pillow. I'm like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah, they love because they're burrowers. They like to burrow.
Oh, he wouldn't move. It's like, all right, well, I'm getting in. You need to move to one side.
Nope. Look at here. I don't think I can catch him. He's a fucking elite Navy brig. Pirate. No, Spanish. Can I catch you? Probably not. Come here. Has anybody talked to you about your ship warranty?
I'm about to revoke this guy's warranty.
Yeah, we run that ship replacement program. It's You'll have to put the rules up so everybody gets it, and then oh, this guy stole my kill, prick. That's all right.
Oh, somebody jumps in my battle, I politely ask him to please leave.
No, no, no. He got it before I could get it.
Oh, he tagged it.
Yep, he took it before I could. That's okay. He looks like he needs it more than I do. And mandatory participation is not a bad thing, so. Because you don't have to do it mandatory all the time to
Well,
where.
I think I think the way I read it was, man, if you want to be in the port battle, it's mandatory you come to the practice and the prep.
Oh, well, that's different here. I
I'll
was.
have to go back and reread it because you can't. It's a game.
Right. But,
Some people, well, I can't get on that day for that. Why, I have to work. Why you
uh huh.
make it mandatory?
Yep. Well, here's the thing. Just because it's mandatory doesn't mean it's 100%. It's mandatory so that we can get people to show up, but then there's going to be people with instances like yours, right? And then it's going to be one of our leaders' responsibility to record, attendance. And then what what the big guys do in Eve, they like to try to get about 80% out of somebody. So if they can get them to show up to 80% of the things are close, they're usually happy with that.
Yeah, but if you tell someone they have to do this, they have to do this, it's going to push them away.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you don't come out, you don't participate, you don't sail with us, you don't get them Discord. Then no, hey, I want this ship. Well, then here's a list of the materials that you need to provide, all the materials, and I will craft it for you.
Yep.
But if you don't participate and help out, why should we give you stuff after a certain point?
Well, that's the thing about the ship replacement program I mentioned earlier. right? That's gonna make people want to participate because they ain't risking nothing now, right? They can go out and play with that ship in a PvP environment, whereas if they lose it, the risk ain't on them because the alliance will take care of the cost of that. All they'll have to do is put the guns and the upgrades on it because the alliance or the corporate or the I keep wanting to use Eve jargon, the clan will only be responsible for the husk. You got to take care of the rest.
Right.
But that's the big cost right there is the husk, right? So, and if people know that all right, if I bring my Christian out, at least that I'll get it back if I lose it, right? It won't take me 3 days of grinding or
I got to
whatever.
reread that then because I don't think that's what we discussed or
No,
agreed
no,
on.
no, no, nope. This is stuff that I'd brought up earlier and suggested. And for your participation, it was going to be depending on your rank was going to be like uh, you donate doubloons, like the higher ranks, maybe 1,000 doubloons a week, and then all those doubloons will be turned into money to purchase the material needed to replace these ships. And then there was other stuff like because now I'm just giving you knowledge from the game of Eve for like the big guys, the big dogs that run tens of thousands of people in their freaking alliances, and they actually do these ship replacement programs, and it gets people to want to show up and not be scared to show up because that's usually the biggest reason why people don't get involved in PvP. They're scared to lose it, right? Oh, I got this trophy I love to look at. I really would like to fight with it, but I'm too scared to lose it, right? Well, you get rid of that part with the ship replacement program. And then, like we discussed earlier, I forget who was in here, but the one leader said that he liked the idea, and he's the one that suggested that the balloons could be based on your rank, your level. Because like
Yeah.
if you ask me to donate 1,000 doubloons once a week, I'm not gonna cry. I can almost get that in one battle, right? Now the younger guys ain't gonna get doubloons as fast as the higher rank guys, but so you just hit them up for a little bit less. But then when the thing about this ship replacement program, it's only going to be for clan sanction events, right? So if I'm out
Okay.
and I lose my Christian just out and about fucking around, no, it's not going to be like that. It has to be a clan sanction event. And the way the big guys did it in Eve, it wasn't just one of the leaders could say, yeah, go ahead. You had to have actually two leaders say okay to sanction that event. And then everybody that participated in that sanction event, if they lost a ship, then they meet the requirements for the ship reimbursement program.
Okay.
So that gets people to show up, right? And it gets rid of the fear of losing their ship, right? Because they know that within a day or two they're going to get their shit back. And then another thing we talked about was fleet commanders, and then second fleet in charge fleet commanders. Like the second in charge fleet commander would record the losses, and your job as a victim would be to go like to Discord. We could set up a channel there to report your loss, and you would have to have your second in command of the fleet battle second that loss, and then the leader of the clan would be like, okay, it's definitely a legitimate loss. The second in command of a fleet okayed it. I now can say, yep, go ahead and give this guy a ship.
Okay.
Because like attendance is really needed in the game of EVE Online, and for one reason. if you plop down a space station that costs, billions and billions of dollars, you want to make sure that it's going to get protected. So you want people to show up, right? And if
Right.
nobody wants to show up, if they're, why should I show up and lose my hard work for this clan, right? They don't do much for me. You eliminate that kind of thought process. Oh man, if I show up, they're gonna. If I lose anything, I ain't no risk. I'm gonna get my ship back. Now,
I know. I want some ships.
now what you guys got right now with the materials is a good thing. So the young guys can come and bring the materials to a guy that's got the skills to get the ship for him built. That's a good program what you got going right now. I wouldn't eliminate that at all. Because you were with us, right, when we just tried to do that little battle, the PvP stuff, about an hour
Uh,
ago?
no, I'm
You
just getting on.
okay? Well, we didn't do so well, right? And one of the reasons we didn't do so well is because we just kind of ran into it, right? And didn't think out, plot out, or plan out anything. We just fucking ran in there. We didn't even do it as a group. We were all kind of straggling in it at the last second and getting in on the battle. And I was telling them that, like, from Eve, because this game is very comparable to Eve. That's why I keep going back to it. The a fleet commander, it'd be his job to lead the battle, and while like when we're on discard, nobody says a word unless that way the fleet commander can always be heard. And then so there's no chattel in on the Discord during a fleet op. The only person that's talking is the commanders, and then you're just following orders. And then like a fleet
Right.
commander, he's going to have extreme knowledge, right, to be our clan appointed fleet commander, because he's going to have to know everything about all of the ships in the game. Because one of the things in Eve is the fleet commander, he'll call out targets, and you'll show up to a battle and you'll just start melting ships one after another. Boom, boom, boom. Because he's like, okay, concentrate on the pirate frig, and then everybody concentrates fire on the pirate frig. Okay, next up, go after this Serbius, right? And then to start whittling them out. And our fleets have to be made up too, because when we go into battle, our fleets should be made up. We should have recommended fleets. If we do like the sanction thing I was talking about, they should be recommended fleets. So there's going to be rules to follow before we give somebody a ship. The fleet's going to have to be a sanctioned fleet, and it's going to have to follow the rules and the rules of engagement that we set up. And there's reasons for this, because the fleet commander is going to ask for a particular style of fleet based, because of the ship composition. Like, you don't want everybody to show up with heavy hitters, because what if they show up with some, fast-paced moving ships, and they just sit out on the fringes picking your ass apart, right? So you're going to have people that clean up that kind of stuff, and then you got your different kind of shots. So you're going to have to, people in your fleet that are concentrating on sales, people in your fleet that are concentrating on crew people, right? All right, I want these ships to only shoot the crew, right? So shoot them explosive rounds. You guys go after the sails and pick off the stern, right? Get them rudders. That would be your frigates and your fast-moving ships. And then the heavy hitters could just focus on the parallel and the water line of whatever ship's being called out for death. But the FC has to be aware and know. He has to be very knowledgeable of the game,
Right.
and not just anybody can be an FC. So we're going to have to be very critical when we pick out pick out our leaders for our FCs. Because in Eve, when it comes to a fleet, the fleet commander has the overall say. And if you got the clan leader in that fleet and the fleet leader's there, the fleet leader outrules the clan leader because
Yep,
you're
because you're the fleet leader.
Yep, you're counting on his knowledge of the game. So that's what we should be looking for. Smart people that know the game. And then we should have weekly participated events where people should show up. And then we
Yep.
could go raiding. Go fuck with these guys. Go sink them. Go cost them some economic turmoil.
There's a pickle, but it's in. I'm not going to catch him because I have to go into the wind. But while I'm there, I ought to see if I can pick up some passenger missions.
I was doing that last night. Quick way to earn up some reels. Easy way to earn reels.
Well, if I'm going to go from port to port hunting, might as well grab cargo if I can.
And I know people don't like forced participation, and this game don't have the risk like your $1 trillion space station floating in space and people attacking it and blowing it up. And that's why the the forced participation should be required so that you got people showing up when you need it the most. And
Yep. Hey, I got a pickle behind me.
get them. And then the thing about the forced participation is, if you got to work, you got to work, right? You got to be at a funeral, you got to be at a funeral. So that's understandable, but you should be able to show up at least 70 to 80% of the time, right?
Yep. Getting ready to jump into battle.
Get them.
Yep. Got it. Like 10 seconds.
I'm still scouting. Here we go. I found an Essex and a Servius. Will I get them? Shall see.
Yep. Back in a few.
All right.
I'm going. I was going to say I'm going quiet while I fight this.
Yep. Try to reel this pirate in.
Hornblower, are you there?
Yeah. Just jump into a fight.
Can you jump down into officer chat real quick?
Yep.
All right, I'm back.
Have enough to get everything done.
Yeah, like of that sort, I have enough, but it's just the Riga itself.
Yeah.
I've got plenty of trades or contracts on that, so should should get it eventually.
Oh, man. How much trigger fur do you have?
I've got 562 in
Mm.
in Kingston. I've got 200 laying in Black River, and I've got 200 roughly in Lamona. But I've got plenty of other redwoods I can trade if you have.
I don't have it. I only have 120. It requires 1,360. That's
Okay.
crazy. That's a lot.
Could I trade you what I've got, and then when you do have enough, or when I meet you again, I'll trade you the rest. Just
What are you giving me, the WASA permit and everything?
yeah.
Or okay. I may have to clear up some space. How much stuff is it?
So I've got all the like the frame timber and heavy rope and all of that, and I've got like the basic stuff as well covered.
Okay. All right. That should have enough room. Go ahead and send it.
Oh,
I'm giving it in batches, so it doesn't clutter your warehouse. You're lacking a lot of lignum.
I just brought in hang on a second. Yeah, 3,000 of it, so I'm good to go there now.
Yeah.
Santa Nias and Santo Thomas drops it, so I went over there and picked up everything they had.
Yeah. Oh, so this doesn't use heavy rope. What do you use heavy rope for then?
Heavy rope. Hang on a second.
Yeah, ain't that on the bigger ships?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Heavy rope. Yeah, it's not used on a
Yeah.
Wassa.
I'm pretty sure it
It's
was
used
used
on.
on my Christian.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's on the Christian.
Yeah.
Christian uses all 5 of those special things. Yeah.
There. Did I just delete the entire? No.
No, I hope not. It just disappeared off my screen.
Yeah, so me, I thought I deleted the entire doubloon inventory.
Got the last one.
Okay, try again.
I barely survived this one. Those medium cannons are worthless.
I agree. They are worthless.
Once they're outside the minimap, I can't hit him, even with spotting shots. I get to loot one. Is that alright, guys?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
Yeah, I got one. Yeah, I'm gonna run back to port and put it away for a while. I gotta get some long guns for this thing.
Yeah, I've either got to go back to Great Corn or Bone or KPR, and I don't fancy risking Great Corn. So.
Okay, so I owe you 745 wood, rigor. Then I need to give you the blueprint now. Where did I put it?
I'm just giving you some junk to get it out of my warehouse.
Okay, I'll just gotta figure out where I put the blueprint.
Got to step away for a couple of minutes. Mother Nature called.
Uh-oh.
Do watch rum.
Absolutely. I hope I remember the way to crawl to the bathroom.
Do you have a stock in where is it? Elsewhere than in Kingston?
You talking about another warehouse?
Yeah, that you are
I got-
kinda.
I've got a warehouse in Carlisle. It's just nothing but purple and they're just upgrades.
Yeah.
You know, all that sync kits, markings, carriages. Oh, dang you, caulking. I usually, when people ask me for a ship, I just throw them on there. They can delete them if they want. I just don't like to send a ship out with nothing on it.
Yeah.
Alright, guys. Then find out where to put it away for a while. See you in the next one.
So yeah,
Can you still hear me okay over there?
you're fine.
Find out. Okay, so I won't mess with you. Later, guys.
All right, man. Take care.
Later.
Yeah, you too. Later.
You buying that stuff or you selling it?
Me?
Friendly.
Yeah, I just bought two, so I figure I have given you the mass timber. Then you should have everything. Usually I sell this.
Yeah, mass timber. I pick it up in was it Guyaya for 400 per log.
Yeah.
I get it pretty cheap, but it's a long haul.
Yeah. So I'm kind of hauling the compass wood that I gave you, and then I'm selling that in to get the other stuff. There you go. So that's 745 Riga I have to give you.
That's it. And after that, I can build you a boat.
Yeah.
Good deal.
But if you do have some rare woods you're willing to trade for the Riga you have, just beat it along. Let me know.
No, you can. No, you can. It's fine. I'll just donate to the cause. Yeah, but what? Because I'm not going to use it on anything. It's only what did I say, 200. Well, you already gave me some, didn't you?
Yeah, I gave you.
Yeah, yeah.
500.
Because mine jumped up. Yeah, because I only had 200. Yeah, and now I've got like 400 or 500 more. Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you 562.
But you already know how much we're short, right?
Yeah. Oh, 745. Or is it more expensive? It's 1307. Right?
For what?
For the
For
Vasa?
How much it costs?
Yeah, in Riga.
Yeah, I've got 682 and it takes 1360.
6, okay then, yeah.
What are we short? 7. But we're good on everything else.
Yeah.
Are any of these traders out here, are they carrying rare woods this weekend? I don't think so either.
Yeah, they kind of reel that back when they've got a special event on, so we'll be back tomorrow after the reset.
Yeah, I think I've got one more rank 4 to get another wooden chest and I'll see what's in that one. I'll probably head down there and sink it right now.
So what I've been doing is I've been buying it out of San Juan. It goes for 1,400 each. But you can only buy 10 at a time each hour.
Oh. That takes forever.
Yep. Yes.
And I guess you can't buy a rig of farm, can you?
Nope.
No. Cedar cut. Live oak. Locust. Mahogany. Sabaku. Teak. White oak.
So how much of the special stuff do we use a week? Or what should I kind of tow back when I'm doing trading runs?
Who are we talking to?
You. Do we need like frame timber? What's the shortage we have of the heavy stuff?
Yeah, hold on, let me hop back down there.
Just out of interest, how much does that stuff weigh?
80, 85 to
A lot.
100.
85, 80. I forget, I think the unit cast iron for heavies. 95. Yeah, cool.
Cast iron's 90. Mass timber 75.
There you go.
Frame is 95.
Frame timber's 95.
Yeah, there you go. I get one of those.
Compass wood is 85. Heavy rope is 80. So one Rotterdam can carry about 100 and something, 130.
If you take your guns and that off, yeah, you can carry more, but who wants to run without guns? It doesn't make you any faster.
No, I don't think so.
It doesn't. Your stats are your stats. So, yeah, but I mean, I've just bought 100 heavy rope. Eaves. I've got in a contract for another 100 at 250. I've got 42 compass wood up there. What I want to suggest is we don't have. I'd like to organise some kind of buying campaign that's sensible rather than we're all doing our own thing. Do you know what I mean?
I'm game. Yeah.
Just one guy gets one thing and the other guy gets. No, I'm happy to go to Latar 2 and risk it for a biscuit.
Yeah.
And pick up the cast iron. The cast iron's up there. And also, I've got a place Eaves where the heavy rope is. So that's two things. So the compass with the mast timber and
The heavy rope you can get closer if you're risking to sail to Santo Domingo.
yeah. I tell you what it is though. I plan on running repairs and running up there
Okay.
to do a two-way, so I don't waste one. Running cargo out, running cargo back.
Yeah.
Kind of my thinking, and the same at Latar too. I was maybe gonna run a cargo of repairs up there.
Yeah.
But I don't know what it's like. It depends. Eves seems to be there's nobody servicing it just now, and it needs.
Yeah.
No, you get my point.
Yeah.
So, so I will take care of that, and by the end of the week, we should be. Well, I'll bring back a couple of cargoes, so that'll be like 250-ish.
Yeah, that NEGGX guy, NEGX or whatever.
Yeah.
He's picking up a lot of that stuff too. We're taking our chances. I've got
Okay.
outposts at Lator 2, Lamona, Hayes, Gaiar, and Dariana. So
Right. Well, sorry. Maybe I'm late to the party. Sorry about that.
well, it's very. I mean, the thing is I've got. They want me to build these big boats. I'm going to start to. JD wants me to start building them tonight, so I'll start building the Santissima and Trinidads, and I'll probably build one of each. Probably a Victory, a Christian, and a Santissima Trinidad. I think I have enough to build those three.
Okay.
And then,
Right. Okay. Can I ask you a question then? Because we're sitting on roughly 5,000 coal and iron. It's a bit more than that, but coal and iron and great corn. So rather than haul it out there, if I turn it into guns, can you tell me what? If you tell me which one. I know a Victory takes roughly 4,700 coal and iron to gun it out. So there's enough there for one of your bigger ships.
what are you running? Three Rotterdams?
Yeah, but I tend to only run two because it's I've got two very, very quick ones. One does 14.9s with no buffs. Another one does the same. They match up, so you're not slow. One's not slowing you down. They're very close. They're within 0.2 of each or 0.02 of each other. So I only run them in pairs. I can run them in threes, but it means you get slowed down, eh?
Yeah.
So I tend to run. So I've got one that I use for fighting and taking traders. I've got one that's kind of spare, and I've got two very quick ones. No, quick rail.
Where are you taking it to, Agento?
Generally, I run it to KPR.
You got a
Just
warehouse in KPR.
Yeah, well, we've all got a warehouse in KPR, haven't we?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, no, everybody. Yes, you can't. I don't think you can get rid of KPR. Can you?
I think it can.
You know what?
yeah.
I don't.
Oh, can you?
It's
Let me
got
have a
an
look.
I
X
might
there.
be wrong, but I think.
Oh
you
yeah,
can.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
an X in the lower right-hand corner.
Yeah, you're right. Oh my goodness, I thought that was your home base and you were stuck with it. Oh no, but anyway, I've got far too much stuff in there to get rid of. So I take it to KPR.
Okay.
Is where I do, and then if it needs to go somewhere else, I will generally distribute it, even though it means. Likes of the stone, I take that to wherever it needs to go from wherever I'm picking it up. Generally. Like I've got some stone just now that I need to run in tomorrow morning anyway, going back to the original conversation. So you tell me what guns the Santissima requires. If you have a look at the thing just now, or maybe you know, I can build them and bring them up rather than haul in bulk. Just haul the cannons.
Yeah,
The
do you have the
Santissima
art?
Trinidad. It takes 34 42-pound guns.
Right, let me write this down now. I didn't realise you're going to be ready. Hang on. Pen and paper.
Are you taking possession of the first one, Agento?
No, I'm not. I've got the ocean that I'm booking out just now, but first book open. So, but the only thing about the ocean is that it's all my upgrades that's on it, so, and I'm happy to lend it out, but, as soon as I've got it booked. 34 off. 42 pounder.
pound gun. Yep.
And then 30, I'm going to say 34 off is my next guess, but.
Yep. 34 24 pounders.
Alright, okay.
36 12 pounders.
Okay. Is there a carronade option on the 12s?
No. There's no carronade option on the lower, middle, or upper decks.
Yeah, that's fine. Thought I'd ask.
Top,
and then
top deck, they have a carronade option. The top deck is 34 9-pounders. The option of 42-pound carronades.
I think we would go with the 42. I don't know. 9-pounders.
Oh.
When you're in a line battle, 9-pounders aren't going to do very much. Especially now they've taken the sailing, the chain option out of the loop.
Yep, and then
They're
they're trying to rage ward you. If they get that close, those 42-pounders will hurt. Bow guns are 12-pound guns.
Oh, right,
Also the
How many 12s?
Yeah, for the bow guns, there's 2 12-pounders, or you can have 2 68-pound carronades.
Okay, understand.
4 9-pounders, or 68-pound carronades.
Yeah, I think the carronades are. For a line ship, I think carronades, yeah. It's the best. It's just, I don't know. We can build to order though.
The deal with carronades though, on a land ship, it helps with boarding, so you have a higher damage on the fire your guns.
Okay.
So if you're in a boarding action, carronades actually.
That makes it easier then, doesn't it? They're just carronades on the weather deck, longs for all the 3 more decks.
If you plan on staying at range, those 9-pounders are useful, but it depends on our tactic.
Are they? Are 9-pounders really that effective against another line ship?
Well, you could kind of fire it and figure out where the rest of the guns goes.
Yeah, but your lower deck always fires lower because it's lower down it's closer to the seabed. You know, I find that I tend to fire by deck, and the reason for that is, and even along your deck, because of the curvature of your ship, your first one might go in from the bow,
Yeah.
but then your next 6 or 7 in the middle there will I'm very bad at hitting the. I'm very good at hitting the ocean with them because I
Yeah.
always forget that they're lower down.
Yeah.
Just due to the curvature of the ship.
Yeah.
So, and it's the same across all the decks. So you know. Anyway, so my point is that £9 is getting your. I mean, if you're hitting the top deck, I guess I don't know. If you hit the top deck with a £9, does that mean you're going to hit the lower deck with your 42s?
Roughly.
Maybe not. Roughly. Right.
Yeah. But I use it more to kind of assist the aim.
Yeah.
To know if I'm far off or close.
Yeah. Right. But 12 does the same thing, though, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, you could go even like on the weather deck. You could even go with the smallest option, just to have it go off quicker.
Yeah. I hear you. Well, it's not really my decision. I think what we would do is we build them with carronades, and then if the player wants something different, then he can ask them at the time of getting them. You can't do anything about the lower decks, but the weather deck and the bow and the stern, he can certainly pick the colour.
Yeah.
All right. Right. Good. Right. Fair enough. And this is for the Santissima.
I don't think they should have an option. I think we should have a doctrine. That way, our FCs will know exactly what any one of us will be in at any given time.
Yeah, it's a good point, but you know, if they don't like, I know some players don't like carronades because they just spang all over the bloody place, you know. But that's a question of which perks have you picked, you know. If you got a brawler, if you got the brawler perk, then you reduce your spread by 25%. Anyway, so no, I think for easy arithmetic, I don't have that. You know, for easy arithmetic just now, I think we'll just make the carronades, and then if they want something different, then we can do that. Like I say, I'm sitting on the
Carronades for which?
For the Santissima that you just talked about.
Yeah, no, but what are you talking about? Just the bow and the stern, or the top one as well?
No, the weather. So you're 34 off, now £42.
32. Yep, 34, 42s. Yep.
And then 68s.
Yeah. Well, JD wants me to start building them, but he didn't tell me. I mean, am I supposed to? I mean, I'll build it exactly like you just said. But what? I guess I have to hang on to these boats or something. I thought I was handing them over for people to kind of get. Because I've already got all the. I got all the encyclopedias and books for the Santissima.
Right. So you should hand. So I think that you should hand it over. I think. Sorry, the way we left it last night is we were going to vote. First of all, you've got to be able to crew it. That's the first thing. There's no point in giving somebody a ship that can't fucking crew.
Jinto, I am not handing over my ship. I paid $3 million. Mine's gold. It's got all the slots open.
You're not? What's that not? Was that like a double? That's a no. Does that mean yes then? Is that like minus?
No. When the season first started.
No, it's fine. Look.
Trinidad's and Implacables were only $3 million.
I think we're talking about ships from handing over now. The Leocean I will hand over to somebody to get it booked out. I don't, and that's fine.
Did you build it?
No, Q built it for me. Q was good. Q was bribing me to become the leader. That's what Q was doing.
Ah, okay.
And then I had a conversation with somebody, and I fucking rage quit. I went, fuck this, I hate this person.
Yeah, I know you quit, but yeah, that's a $27 million ship.
Which
He
one?
just gave it to you, huh? The
The
Laotian.
ocean. Yeah.
Wow.
No, but I think it's fair that I think if you've got a player who's good at it, I think they should get to book it out.
Yeah, I know
And
that.
the understanding that the low is 54 million if they fuck it up. Do you know what I mean? They can't be. And the doctrine, who was speaking about the doctrine there?
Me,
Who's me?
Max,
Oh,
Bermuda.
Right.
Bermuda.
So the doctrine, Max, I agree. But the doctrine, the first doctrine we've got to get right is don't be sailing the fuck around on your own.
Well, here's the
Team up with
thing.
somebody.
Here's the thing. Like I was talking about, you guys are talking about building ships, and I was talking about reimbursements for clan sanctioned battles, right? So they would get the whole of the ship free, but the rest of it would be on them to upgrade and whatever. That's how we did it in EVE Online. But you had to participate in an actual sanctioned event. That was the thing. So if you went out there and you're by yourself and you're going to take on, even if it's our enemy, and you take them on, and the clan didn't sanction it, and you lose your ship, too bad for you, right? You're going to have to earn your own ship back. But if it's a sanctioned battle, then he would have to follow the rules for a sanctioned battle, and then he would get his ship given back to him for free. Just the ship, not the cannons,
Okay,
the hold.
right, fair enough. But you originally started with
The doctrine?
having some kind of doctrine here.
Yeah. Now,
And that conversation I just had there, I'm going to park that on the basis of we don't have enough resources.
well, here's the thing: if we started the mandatory doubloons from each person in the clan weekly,
Yeah.
then that could be used to apply to resources. Now, since we're not losing resources, those resources will only be applied to clan sanction buyback ships, right? Or
Yeah, I'm comfortable with what you're saying.
and now
It's
the
just that
the
it's just
doctrine.
that 5,000 doubloons is an afternoon's work,
Well,
and
I didn't say five.
no. Hang on a second. It's not that. So it's not. I don't think doubloons are the thing that's on the critical path here. I think the things that are on the critical path are the rare woods, right? And if you can supply them, now you're talking. But getting doubloons and reals, and that's fine for the newer players because they can't easily get rare woods. But for everybody else, we should be looking at the stuff, the unique items now, and the rare woods.
Oh yeah, and that's what when our we could even have a clan trader, right? And his job would be to go out with the doubloons and flip them into reels, and then flip it into more supplies to build more ships. Now the doctrine. Here's the thing about the doctrine. If we, I don't know if you were here when I was talking about the FC, the Fleet Commander.
Yeah.
Were you
No.
here for that?
No,
Okay.
I missed that.
Okay, so kind of all this stuff I've been talking about ties together. We need to pick a guy who's extremely knowledgeable in the game, and he'll be our fleet leader. And what he'll know is he'll know all the ships. He'll know what ships will take out each ship in the quickest amount of time. So when when I say doctrine, this is the reason for the doctrine. When an FC asked to build a fleet, and he knows that this person, if he calls for fast boats, then everybody will have a fast boat, right? If he calls for tanks, he'll have tanks. If he calls for a mix, he'll know that the people will have.
I got it. Yeah.
Yeah, he'll know that the people in our clan will be required to have a ship for that doctrine, and then when he
Yeah,
calls out a
fine.
battle, they'll be prepared, ready to go as quick as possible, and then the thing about the doctrine is, each ship has its capabilities. Well, you're not going to go out
Right. Right. Good.
fighting light
I'm happy.
one ships,
I'm
fighting light.
comfortable.
Go
I'm
ahead.
comfortable with all of that. However, here it is for me to get this bunch of desperados who are Clan 9, and I'm talking about the new guys. Your doctrine has to start small. And
Yeah.
my point about the doctrine, and it should be all encompassing,
Uh huh.
should be don't sail on your own unless you're really experienced. Number
Yep.
one. Number two, when you put a wee battle group to a wee flotilla together, it should be contained. And for example, I'm not saying this is fixed, but one line ship, a DLC victory, say, a couple of thirds, couple of redoubtables, or one redoubtable, and a couple of fourths, right?
Yep.
Now, I would generally tend to say, and if people have got for those kind of wee flotillas, and so starting your doctrine, my point is, starting your doctrine should be small. Get the new guys. Some of these guys don't struggle to tie up their shoelaces,
Right.
right? I know
Right.
I do, but so starting small, don't sail on your own. Work in groups of 4. The thing about working in a group of 4, on a Saturday we can do that 3 or 4 times. All work in the same area and have a bit of a competition. All the goodies you snag go into the warehouse at the end of the competition, and everybody who participated gets an equal share.
Yep.
Was what I was thinking, and that's like you're getting risk and reward. You're
Well,
doing DLC tips for the guys that have got them, and small crafted ships for that, and just and any permits that are useful, for example, a Constitution permit or a USS permit, straight in the clan warehouse. That's not for personal use. That's clan property, and it's to build the fleet for the following week. So that's what I thought you were meaning about a doctrine.
and that's part of the doctrine.
Yeah, it needs to be, for me. It needs to be all encompassing, Max.
Yep, and then we can write this doctrine down so that our new guys can go to the Discord and read all the doctrine.
Yeah.
All right,
Fair
and the thing about having a doctrine, like you're talking small ships, okay, frigate, okay, we need frigates to run a certain type of fighting style. Now I don't know much about this game, but a frigate is a faster moving ship, and you would want to use those on bigger ships to take out their rudders and pepper their sails with chain, right? You don't want to go broadside with a frigate with a Ingerman,
Nah.
right? So
Yeah.
you got to understand that there's doctrines. If you got a frigate, you're not going to go after said ship because it's not it just ain't going to align. And if you are going after that ship, you're only going to do particular things with said ship against the other ship because of the
Yeah,
doctrine.
no, fair enough.
And if we teach our guys,
Yeah, that's the key point here. That's
yep,
the teaching.
if we teach our guys that, okay, we need everybody in frigates and this is what we're going to do, we'll put a big ship out there and we'll have them pepper the big ship, right? And we want you to concentrate on rudders because we want you to be able to circle around the ass end of that ship outside of his cannon fire and just pepper his rudder and pepper his sails. And then let the big guys call them up and do the broadside. So once they know the doctrine for each ship, then they'll understand that, okay, if I'm in a frigate, this is my job.
There's a wee. First of all, the rudder's not that crucial, right?
Well, here's the thing.
You tend to sail. No, hang on. Let me speak now. You can still turn your ship with your sail, and also the sail thing. I'm not disagreeing. I'm just pointing out that it's not as easy as it sounds.
Well,
and the chain. They've nerfed the chain about 2 weeks ago, so that if I hit you with full broadside of chain, each hit I get counts exactly the same as broadside from a smaller ship.
right.
It's 1 point.
Okay,
Yeah.
so back to the doctrine. Okay, if we train everybody to fight a particular way with each ship, right? when the FC calls for a fleet and people start saying, well, I'm going to come with this, then they already know, and he knows that when they show up, they're going to fight a particular way, and he knows that they're going to fight a particular way. Now,
Yeah, good.
back with the rudder and the chains, right? That's something that the little ships take care of. The big ships in the fleet will start peppering, taking care of the water line and the parallel fire. You know, so each
Right.
ship in the fleet will have a task, and that's what they'll do. And some of the like you got your explosive rounds, right, for clearing out crewmen. Well, you'll have part of your fleet concentrating on crewmen, part of your fleet concentrating on their maneuverability, which is sails and rudders, and then the other part of your fleet will concentrate on taking out its water line and the ship.
Yeah,
And that's
that's a
just
good idea.
yeah, it's just doctrine, right? So we know that if we got 5 ships, this is how we're going to fight. If we got 4 ships, this is how we're going to fight. And if we got 10 ships, this is how we're going to fight. And then as long as we remain disciplined and follow our doctrine, then the FC, the guy that's going to lead our battles, will know that everybody in his fleet will be up to par and fight a particular way.
That's all. That's all good. The other aspect of this, though, Max, is that your doctrine, when you're fighting NPCs, is one thing, and when you're fighting other players, it's
Uh-huh.
something else.
Yep.
It's something else entirely.
Yep.
I was just going to say that fighting players that wouldn't work, as if the chain is pointless if they stay on battle sails, and losing your rudder doesn't matter if you can still use your sails.
Well, the chains
Yeah.
could still take
Experience.
out the mast, right?
Not if you're on a frigate, you're not going to hit damage at first
No.
rate. It's just
Okay.
not going to make any difference. The game is not like that close to real life in that sense. You're right. If we were a real world and that was real action, that would probably be the way you'd go about it. But the game just doesn't work like that.
Okay, see, there's knowledge. That once again, knowledge
Yeah.
comes into play. Now, I'm only suspecting. That's why I was throwing
Yeah.
these ideals out. But
No, that's fine.
we
I
should
think it's a good idea.
we should be
Uh,
that well oiled, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But I suppose if you set about using fourth rates have got a bit more BR to them. I suppose they are frigates in a sense. They certainly would do a better job on sails.
See, and that
Yeah.
once again, we're going to have to discuss this and chisel out our doctrine. And then once we write down our doctrine, we can put it on Discord, and then everybody can follow doctrine for that particular ship.
So what you kind of want though is, let's say you're a group of 3, you want one heavy ship that can dish out a beating but won't catch the prey that you're fighting, and then you want 2 ships that are faster, that are basically herding it in towards that killer ship.
Yep. Yep.
That's mainly how you do the
And-
PvP.
And that would be part of our fleet composition doctrine, right? All right, if you guys are going to go out and battle, you should do this, right? And then that way they'll hopefully listen to us and follow that doctrine. But if they show up to one of our battles, they will be expected to follow the doctrine. Because then our leader will know, right? He'll know, and then take EVE Online. An FC's job, a fleet commander's job, is to know the game, know his victims, the ship, and everything. So he'll be like, okay, I want everybody to lock onto this target here, and then he'll say that's the first fire, and then he'll call out the second. He'll call out targets, right? And he goes, okay, I want everybody to fire on target 1. And all of a sudden you'll just see target 1 disappear because 100 people are firing at target 1, right? So we got to be precise and disciplined like that with our battles. So one guy ain't shooting at one ship. We're all concentrating our firepower. We're all doing shit to the ship, taking out his crew, taking out his rudders, taking out his sails, taking out his water line, and each person in that fleet will have a job. Okay, I'm in a frigate. I know my job is this. And then once we get everybody trained on that mentality, then they'll just it'll just be automatic. We'll show up to battle, and everybody will know exactly what they're supposed to do, and it will just happen. But that comes with training too. So the more we fight together, the better we get.
Yeah, I mean, in a general sense, I sort of agree with you that having a general, particularly for open world PvP, and having a general group idea of how to do things is
Yeah.
a good idea.
Yeah.
It becomes, yeah,
Yeah,
and
it'd be
the
our
only way,
discipline, our doctrine, our
yeah,
discipline. This is our creed. This is how we're gonna go
and the best
forward
place,
always.
yeah, and the best place to learn that shit is in the patrol zone. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah.
But
just go in there.
but it will
Yeah,
all tie together, like with the ship reimbursement program, right? You know, there's going to be jobs in a fleet. So the FC's job is to steer the fleet and direct the fleet. You might have a second in charge, a second FC, and his job would be to record the losses and whatever, right? And then, like for your job, since you're just a participating, if you lost a ship in a battle, you'd have to actually go to the Discord, report the loss. The second in charge of the fleet would have to show up and second the loss, and then the leader of the clan would be like, "Okay, it's a legitimate loss. It happened under legitimate context. He can have a ship." In EVE Online, the FC could be in charge of 13,000 actual people at a time, plus more, up to 16,000 per side.
How does he control? So you mean actual people or
Actual people.
Okay, guys, I was building a ship. Can we start all over again?
Yeah. Right, good.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. No, how
absolutely.
did that go?
Let's go. Let's get that sorted out. Right, good. Right, so I think let me just see if there's any other guns in this clan warehouse. Right, so they're all navy, so we'll leave them. Right, fine. So in the clan warehouse, currently, well, in my warehouse now, we've got, and I'm just going to make the cannons that you need. Where are you building this ship, Mr. Till?
Kingston, I
Yes, I
guess.
was. Yeah, no, I just finished.
34, so I need to make 4 more.
So yeah, hey gents. So yeah, Bermuda, I like your comments you're having there. This is something we're going to be discussing here in the next couple of weeks as we move forward as a clan. So
For which one?
The battle composition,
The FCs and
how we're
stuff like
doing-
that?
Yeah, exactly. How we're going to be doing battle ship with building ships for the clan and stuff like that. So we're trying to iron those all out right now. So,
Yep.
For sure.
Yep.
But I'm gonna take off and go play some board games with my family. I'll catch you guys all later.
All right, have a good one.
All right, JT.
Is there any particular woods I need to stock up on for the greater good?
Yeah, I would start with well, what kind of ship do you want? I mean, any of the rare woods is really good. If Till, I'm going to just quote you what I wrote down previously from a spreadsheet here, but it might not be relevant anymore. But African oak, African teak,
Yep.
Riga fir, Riga oak. Hang on, let me see naval action, mission status, guns, foreign ports. So yeah, African oak, African teak, Danzig oak, green heart, Italian larch, Malabar teak. I'm sure the jury's out on, but New England fir, Rangoon teak, and Riga fir.
So basically every single wood
Wood
type.
in the
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then you've got like Bermuda cedar, not so good, but okay. Depends on what you're trying to do. Live oak. The thing is, if you see it and it's a bargain, I would buy it.
Yeah, of course. But there's some stuff we're gonna use more of than others for
And
the port battles.
how much green heart do we have? I don't think we've got that too much of that.
Yeah, we got tons of it. Hang on a second. Let me do a quick
Right.
calculation.
No, that's fine.
Actually,
So maybe you should
no, I've
just
got
tell us.
I'll tell you what I've got.
Tell me what you're light on.
Oh, let's see here.
Same with you, Beetroot. Tell me what you're light on.
I got 1,600 or 16,000 green heart. And
16,000.
same with
Well, I think we're good for a
16
while.
Yeah, 16,000. I got about the same in green heart. I gotta
So that
verify that.
was green heart.
Oh, that was what? I'm sorry, Danzig then. Green heart's the same thing. Yeah, I got 16,016. 16,016. And Danzig I have about the same.
Yeah. What about African? Just go down
African teak,
African oak.
10,000.
Right, African oak.
African oak. I only have 1839. 1,839.
Yeah,
I mean,
so
I could build a fleet of frigates with all all this stuff. I mean, we got plenty of this.
Italian large.
In large. 477.
That's a yes.
We don't have. We're light on Italian larch, Riga fur.
Well, Malabar teak. I think we've got 8,000 in a clan warehouse. Or in my
I got 2,931 in my warehouse.
Yeah, mate. Oh, well, see the.
I've been
look,
seasoning Sabaku.
I've got 2 Riga fur that I took out of the clan warehouse to make a space.
would it, this might be a lot of work, but would it be an idea to kind of create a common spreadsheet where every player kind of puts in what he has?
No, you're right. It would be, but it's a lot of work. And then, but yeah,
Not everybody's going to do it. Not all going to do it.
Not everybody's going to play. Yeah. So Malabar teak, I've got 7,300.
The hardest thing about a spreadsheet is setting it up. Once you get it set up, it's easy just to put the data in.
Yeah. No. Right, and let me see what else. So we got down to Malabar teak. We're okay. New England fur, what you got there, Mr. Tilt?
Hang on.
So there's spies in the game, right?
No, totally. I'm a spy.
You're a spy?
We're all spies. I think.
I'm going to fucking shoot myself.
Together.
I've only got 76 New England fur.
So that's a yes.
Do we have a
That's a
counter espionage?
Oh man, I don't know how you. I've been tearing my hair out, but that shit then gave up. And I'm not kidding. I was just like, how do you do this? Because the thing is, see, because I'm so open and honest, the subterfuge thing just fucking leaves me cold. I'm going like, what the fuck? Why can't you just play fair? And then I end up shouting at myself, going, what a bunch of cunts. Sorry, Rangantik. So yeah, so I appoint you our new spy leader. There you go, how about that? That's one problem to take care of. Rangantik.
Well, the thing is, it's like you said, right? You don't have the knack for it because you're not. But the people that are shady and have the knack for it, they could come up with ideals that you'll never in your life think of.
Yeah, I know. Rangantik, going once.
251.
So that's a yes.
That's a yes.
Yes, go and find it. Riga fur. I've got 2. I think that's going to be a yes as well, because we go
It's
through
a yes,
Riga.
yeah.
Right. Bermuda cedar, do we want to bother with that shit? I mean, if we find it, I think.
What do you
I
need?
don't know.
Bermuda, I'm just going through my list of good woods to buy here from last season.
1,594 is what I have. Bermuda Cedar S.
Is it good? Is it any good though?
It's not ideal wood, but it's kind of filler wood for what I.
Yeah, I'm going to leave that. I'm going to put that as a yes, maybe.
Yeah.
If you've got nothing else better to do, live oak seasoned.
Live oak. Live Oak season, I got 1,334.
Right, that's a yes as well.
All right, I'll be right back.
Uh,
I'm gonna order me
Locust,
a pizza.
Locust seasoned. Yeah, order me one as
Four-
well. Get it sent to Aberdeenshire.
4,275.
Okay. Right. And then Sussex Oak is a trade good.
Yep.
Right, that's fine. All right. Is there any woods that I have that I haven't talked about? You want me to go through the list again? Just briefly: African oak, African teak, Danzig oak, greenheart, Italian larch, Malabar teak, New England fir, Rangoon teak, Riga fir, Bermuda cedar, live oak S, locust. And that's me at the bottom of my list.
Yeah, I got mahogany. Yes, it's 3,275. 3,000.
Let me mahogany.
I don't get requests to build with it much, if at all.
So how much of that have you got then?
3,275.
That's a yes, maybe. In fact, I'll tell you what. Yeah, I'm going to put a yes, maybe on that. Just if it's lying around and it's cheap. Because these things all kind of start, they're all kind of like just over the 2K per log.
In
But there's certain. When you go,
yeah, in San Juan, everything is at 1,000 reals discount.
what? San Juan?
Yeah, but
Why
you
is
can
it? Why is it
Puerto
discounted
Rico
up there?
because
No, but why?
because the Spanish is controlling it.
But why is it discounted though?
Because it's an end port. Like everything around Puerto Rico is an end port. So
A what port?
end port. So every trade good goes to Puerto Rico.
Let me have a look at the map.
Maximum. It means like maximum price is made at that port. Am I understanding that right? Freddie?
Yes. So when you
So San Juan's Puerto Rico. So why is it discounted?
because it's the entire every town around Puerto Rico has a certain goods that goes to that port, so you'll maximize your sales profit. But at San Juan, all the rare woods appear once every hour, but only in small numbers. But they're cheap.
Yeah, but you can't.
You can't sustain a clan, but you can sustain yourself.
Yeah, but you would need to go in there with a ship and just sit there for a number of days just buying up a load.
Yeah, unless you control and you can put a contract out. That's why the Spain has better ships.
No, but yeah, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm going to be cheeky now. Yeah,
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about Spain. I was talking about us
Yeah,
and
then
our situation, how current we are. Right, fair enough.
yeah.
Well, I'm not. It's not worth their while. It's not worth anybody's time. It's just sat up there for days in a Rotterdam, waiting for tiny little bits of wood to drop. It's,
Oh,
you
so
could
when you're
probably. And there you go.
so when you're out sailing and doing your end trade port to Puerto Rico from your links that you have in La Mona,
Yeah.
you sweep by that port and you'll get one link's full worth of all the rare woods. And
Right.
when you've done that enough for, let's say, a month, you can
Links
then have a
needs to be a links trader.
yeah.
Yeah. I got there in my links, so just beat me. All right then. I like your thinking. Is there any other ports like that?
Yeah, so you have the but then you have like a port that specializes just in one type of wood. So let's take Riga for instance, since I've been out hunting for Riga all 2 weeks now in a row.
Yeah.
You can get that at Hispaniola, the Cap Francis, just out of La Tortue. So that's one single one.
That's why they were fighting for that. That's why that was.
And the same thing with from Shroud K, Green K. That's also Riga. You can get that.
But how can you buy it? It's a foreign port. How can you?
It drops there. So if you go in your trader tool and you type in Riga, for instance.
Yeah, my question was, how can I buy it though? It's a foreign port. And I go in there with a trader.
Yeah, you can get in every hour and you can check.
You can buy
But
it. Yeah.
but unless like right now everything is kind of in shortage. But when the season goes down and it becomes more valuable, it's just a short sail from Shard K to Green K to get the Riga fur.
All right, buddy.
Otherwise, we have to contend for Amalienborg or Road Town or Spanish Town to get the Riga.
No, we're not ready for that kind of shit, in my opinion. But hey,
Yeah,
we'll struggle to defend Bluefields, man, and Holver. Right, we really will. And my own view is just that the pirates will go for Holver first, shallow water, and I will want to defend that. I said this last night. I will want to defend them both. But I think if it was me, I would be going Holver and shallow water. They can come down. They can now come. The pirates, and that will be the pirates will want to do it. They can now come from 3 directions. But here's the good bit: we can screen them out with big fleets of, well, DLC redoubtables. You just group up in a group of 4, have a BR 800, and you'll be able to screen them out quite effectively. I think if you had 3 or 4 fleets like that, and there might not even be a battle. So, but I'm sure they've thought of that already. So, and then Bluefields, because the other thing I'd like to do is get us trained up on using those mortar brigs, because I've seen them working, and they fuck ship up. If you got the way you get trained up on them, is you demast a 4-freight, and then you let to get your books opened on it, you let your mortar brigs open up on it until they're booked, and then they're good to go. The battle for, I'm trying to remember which it was, the battle for Ambergris Key, the Exile used mortar brigs very effectively, and that guy from Socks, Bob Up and Down, who had the best ship, was demasted after about the third go. Every time a mortar hit him, it reduced his crew, and although he repaired and all of that, eventually the third strike, one of his masts went, and his crew went. They hit him with grape, and then they boarded him, and that was him gone. And he was one of the first to go. But there's a whole. But my point is a doctrine. That doctrine worked well. Right, fellas, I'm going to have to go. I want to go and play my game now, rather than talk about playing my game. Right, I will finish making these cannons for you. I will get them up and get them up to KPR in the next day or 2. So if you build the ships, you can leave them gunless for the time being, Captain Till.
Okay, yep, we'll do. Yeah, I've already built one, and they're going to use it to allow the guys that don't have any experience with the Santissima to book it up, get it all set up. But I will be building another one, so yeah, anything we can do to help get these things done, because it just takes a lot of resources.
Yep.
Money. Lignum.
Lignum.
But right now, yeah, right now.
Do we need lignum? That wasn't on my list, was it?
No, I went out this morning and I picked up 3,000 of it, so we're good on that right now. But we built this first one I just handed over is made out of live oak and white oak. We want to save, I guess, the other woods for, I guess, when everybody's got experience and everything. We're going to go ahead and start building the ships out of the Danzig, Greenheart, and all the stuff that makes them tough. So that was the boss's order.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever he wants, that's what he gets.
But I like what you said, Agento, as far as, we got to get everybody kind of sort of, if the guys join into these little fleets we have going, are these little battles that we have going out and attacking these little fleets to get experience and everything. And it also protects those ships that we're building for everybody to rank up with, you know.
Yeah.
That way we don't lose, you know, a $35 million Santissima Trinidad because a guy went out on his own
Yeah.
and got rage boarded and we lose the whole thing.
Yeah, no, totally.
We could kind of
Even
build.
even if you're not on your own, 6 of these guys, you can still lose your ship. I lost my gold implac, and I had there was a first rate with it.
And
Anyway, yeah, gold implac, and it was beautiful, and so sorry, it was beautiful. My point
Yeah,
is that even if you're in a fleet, we had a fleet composition. I think there was 4 of us. There was 4 of us. I forget who. I know it was me and Janko, and I'd gone back. It was the first. Remember our first training day we had, and I'd
Yeah.
foolishly left and went back to get Janko, and I took 2 other guys with me, and I forget who they were, but one was. We had my point is we had a first, a third, and maybe a couple of fourths or 1/4 and 1/5, and we lost because their doctrine worked. They had a fast constitution who danced all around us and stern raked us. They had a Santissima, not a Santissima,
Santa Ana.
a Ratvisan. No, they had the victory, lightweight victory. The thing is, they showed up. It was a planned event because we stopped the Constitution. We tagged the Constitution, and within 5 minutes, a lightweight victory showed up, a Ratvisan, and something else. I forget what the other thing is. So they kind of met our BR head on. And then the guys that we were working with who'd come down, they couldn't get in because it was BR locked.
Yeah.
So and we were out in the blue, not in the green. So the doctrine needs to include: don't be sailing in the green, don't be sailing out in the blue if you don't have to. Right? And you certainly shouldn't be fighting out there in the blue if you don't have to. I think the fighting in the blue should be reserved for those 2 port battles we're going to have, for Hallover and Bluefield. Anyway, so I'll ask JD to put together a spreadsheet for the BR for those, because let me just check the BR distinct ones.
I like your idea of mortars. Actually, I think that.
All right, I'm back.
The mortars, they were devastating.
Yes.
You know, for small ships just to stand off and be covered by, and they had 1 first rate, and the rest of them were redoubtable.
Yeah. I think it's a really good idea.
And four mortar bricks. Redoubtables, they had 15 redoubtables and 1. I'm going to say it was a Laotian. I don't know. It might have been Santissima Trinidad. But my point was, and he was the boarder. And that was Stepbro. He was the boarder. And you just know he had nothing but boarding buffs on him. So it didn't matter. As soon as you were graped down and he boarded you, you were done. Because it's the quickest way to sink a ship. And I've done that before. I've seen a picture of, and they fought, before they transferred over to the Spanish, they fought, I'm going to say PV.
Yeah, it was PV. I was in that battle.
PV, and they boarded just about everybody.
Yeah, they did 2 of them, Rexus and
he's very good at it.
They just charged everyone down, and once they had taken a couple of ships, the enemy just lost the will to fight. They just almost were surrendering.
That's in this game?
Yeah. So part of the secret is getting inside their heads and making them think they can't win.
You know something?
Which is what they're doing to us. That's what they're doing to us.
I just watched a documentary the other night, The Golden Age of Piracy, and they talked about Blackbeard Kid and a couple of other ones, and they were talking about the mere presence of Blackbeard was all as soon as they seen him, all the sailors on the ship wouldn't fight no more. Even if they had the upper hand, right? They would just stop. Oh, fuck that. I'm not dying. Surrender. And they would
Yeah.
just surrender
Yeah.
on sight.
I
Out of
think it's
it.
very true in this game that if you find you're in a battle with certain people, you do it's like your heart sinks because you sort of think, oh God, I don't think I can win this. And it's trying to get beyond that and think, well, actually, you might have a chance.
Yeah.
And
But
then
it's a
Right.
difficult one.
right there you go. That's their doctrine, right?
Well, it's not. It's not their doctrine. It's not. Does it become? It's their sidewall. I'm not sure that. Anyway,
Oh,
I'm not sure they can.
I
I
thought
know. I'm
that.
not sure they. I'm not sure they can control what actually goes in your head. But I'm sure getting demoralised once you see a few of your guys to go down, everybody gets demoralised.
Oh yeah.
So your doctrine should be to turn that one around and kill a few of theirs.
Yep. Don't have a
Agreed.
champion, so everyone's a champion. That way, when one
Yeah.
goes down, they don't go, "Oh no,
Oh, no.
Goliath fell.
Right, that's me built.
It's time to go home."
That's me built a set of cannons for that first ship you've got. I'm not bringing them up today or tomorrow or even maybe the following day. It'll be later in the week. But don't build any. So that leaves me with 6.5k of iron and 5k of 6.5k of coal and 5k of iron. So I can gun. I know a victory takes about 4,700.
So they got an
'Cause I've
instance of this game that never resets.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it's the war
there's an old
server.
old war server. Yeah, it's broke.
But you mean wipes or resets daily?
No wipes, no reset. Just a
Yeah,
continuous grind of war or whatever
There's
the
there's-
players decide in the world.
Yeah, there's two servers that don't wipe, but
They're
well,
dead.
the war one is completely broken. I mean, it's not usable really, and it's not accessible to new players.
They can't get in.
Now, in the war server, I've got more golden ships than you can imagine. I got loads of low oceans. I've got 50 million reels,
Oh.
rare woods like stacked up like you can imagine. The game's so broken. It's just that's how ridiculous it is.
Oh, that kind of broken. The mechanics.
It's just it's like wealth beyond wealth. I mean, it is just
They
ridiculous.
must not have enough money sinks.
Yeah, and it just doesn't work.
Right, I'm going to have a comfort break and then I'm going to go AFK because I want to go and kill a few more things before the evening's completely over.
You know, one of the renowns of EVE Online is the economy. It's a player-seated economy, so just about everything. So about 99.99% of the stuff in the game is created and sold by players. And the devs try to stay out of the economy as much as they can so that it's a true realistic economy, only manipulated by the players. Well, when the game first came out and the economy got rolling, like Forbes and Wall Street Journal, they were all writing articles on it because it was an actual simulation of people that were running an economy, a capitalist economy without any government regulations. And so they were all writing about how a true capitalistic economy looks, and they were using EVE as a reference.
I would suggest it's a true free market rather than a capitalist market. Capitalist markets are run by governments. A true free market. Yeah, capitalism's a state.
Well, capitalism is supposed to be true free market, but unfortunately, government likes to regulate things, and that's where they start trampling on the freedom of the market.
Yeah, I suppose that's why I'm saying free market. Because,
how dare you grow marijuana? We need these wheat farmers to sell more wheat, not your marijuana. Get rid of that hemp plant. It's not fair because you can make everything with that damn plant. These poor wheat farmers can't compete. that kind of capitalism. Yeah, that's not real capitalism. We had it for a short, brief time in America, but yep, the market dictates the market, not the government.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, certainly in all the years I've been playing this game, I don't know the economics have ever completely worked very well. Even in the war server.
That will make
No,
and break almost any game with an economy.
the issue is that the stuff that we need are only on so few ports, so everything is in short demand until the
Well,
the
that
season is kind of almost over, and then you start over again.
that's not such a bad thing because as long as those ports can be captured and you can take that stuff away from people, that's actually beneficial.
The thing though is that for what I could tell, the pirates have kind of been on the leading because they have a better initial position. So when one party gets too strong, that's kind of
Yeah, so like EVE Online, that's a 20-year battle that's never been changed by anybody but the players. It's crazy.
Anyways, I'm heading off. Take care.
See you, mate.
Yeah, they are.
What do you show me, sweetie? Alright, I'm back. My wife likes to get chatty sometimes.
Hiya, people.
Emma,
How you doing?
Question for you. The Pedro K got flagged, and now it's neutral, so whoever had it dropped it, right?
Yep. It's a
Does
port
that mean that
transfer.
Come again?
It's a port transfer.
It's a port transfer, but why
Yeah.
was it then flagged first?
It was, well, I assume it was dropped yesterday. So Sox dropped it so they could pass it on to the other clan.
Okay. Fair enough. But because of what we're discussing, if you drop a port that's being flagged, but let's say pirates or CFS or whatever, does that remove the flag plant?
Sorry, I don't understand the question.
If you plant a flag on Pedro K,